Hi family, welcome to my YouTube channel. For my very first recipe on this channel, I am going to make a keto-friendly cheesecake. And that's because we like to enjoy desserts, and sometimes you want to have a cheat day, but you don't really want to cheat. So this is a great way to be able to have your favorite dessert without having a ton of sugar and a ton of carbohydrates. Instead of sugar today, I'm going to be using Splenda as a sugar substitute. Some people prefer things like stevia or swerve, but to me, those things have a little bit of an aftertaste that I don't enjoy in my desserts. So I like to go with the Splenda. If you like keto recipes or you just want to reduce your carbohydrate intake, be sure to subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to get notified of more videos just like this one. Let's get started. We're going to start with preparing the crust. Instead of using graham crackers, we're going to be using a mixture of pecans and almond flours. So you'll start by running the pecans through a food processor and grinding them up so that they're ground kind of coarse, but you don't want to over grind them because then it'll become more of a pecan butter. Transfer your pecans into a bowl and then add in the almond flour as well. Give them a good stir so that you've combined them pretty thoroughly. Add in some butter and continue stirring. Once the nut mixture is pretty well blended with the butter, then you can go ahead and add in your sweetener. I used 1 teaspoon of the Splenda here. After the sweetener, we add in the vanilla. There's no egg or anything like that in here, so I like to give it a quick taste and make sure it's the flavor that I'm looking for. So take a large sheet of parchment paper and cover the bottom of the Springform pan. It takes a little finessing to get it to sit inside of the Springform pan without being too crumbled up. But I find it's easier if you actually just put the whole pan down on the counter and then close it up around it. Empty the nut mixture into the Springform pan and then either use a spatula or use your fingers to press it into the bottom of the pan firmly, because this is going to make the base of your cheesecake. I'm using a spatula just because my nails are kind of long and I didn't want to make a big mess. Try to make this base layer as even as you possibly can throughout the pie pan. Once that's level, you're going to bake it in a 300-degree oven for about 10 minutes. And now for the filling. I've got 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, and then I added in just about a cup of sour cream. I love lemon in my cheesecake, so I'm going to zest 1 whole lemon into the cream cheese and sour cream. I also added a quick squeeze of lemon juice too for good measure. Next, we'll add another teaspoon of vanilla extract to the filling, and then we'll add in some sweetener as well. Then we'll use a hand mixer to go ahead and blend the cream cheese, sour cream, lemon extract, sweetener, and vanilla. We haven't added any eggs in yet, so now is a great time to taste your filling and see if you want to add any sweetener or if you want to add more vanilla. I decided to add a little more sweetener. Now let's get back to mixing. Once those ingredients are well combined, we can start adding in our eggs. We've got 3 eggs and we'll add them 1 at a time. Now we just need to transfer the filling for our cheesecake into the pan on top of the crust that we baked earlier. Smooth out the top with your spatula, and then we will wrap the bottom in foil so that we can place it into a water bath before putting it into the oven. Basically, you're just covering the bottom of the pan with foil. Then you'll place it on a cookie sheet filled about halfway with water. We'll let that bake for about 1 hour at 325, and then we'll turn the oven off and let it sit in the oven for another hour or so. Here's our cake fresh out the oven. Now it's going to go in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours. So you generally want to let your cheesecake chill in the refrigerator for a minimum of 4 hours. A lot of times you might even want to let it sit overnight. So this cheesecake has been sitting overnight. And it's nice and cool now, so you can either enjoy it plain with no toppings at all, or you can dress it a few different ways to just experience a few different flavors. We'll use like a syrup topping. This is actually a sugar-free caramel sauce, and then you would just drizzle it over the sides like this. And it's nice and pretty and delicious. Another thing that you could do is you can use strawberry preserves. It's just strawberry preserves. It's going to taste very similar to if you had a strawberry topping at a restaurant, only it's going to have less sugar and it's more just plain strawberries. So I would just take a couple of spoonfuls and you can sit it right on top and then just kind of smooth it out with your spoon. And if you want to let it kind of fall over the sides, you can, or like that. This is what Mitchell usually prefers, is to go with the strawberry preserves instead of the caramel sauce. And then the last option would be, you could go ahead and melt some chocolate and drizzle that on top. So I have here some sugar-free chocolate chips. And I don't like to eat a whole lot of sugar-free things, and we don't like to use a whole lot of sugar substitutes, but when you're doing something that's going to be a treat and you only have it every now and then, I think it's fine to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about, let's see, that's about a tablespoon of chocolate chips. And then let's go ahead and do 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips. And then we'll also do 2 tablespoons of butter and melt them together in the microwave. And then we'll drizzle that on top.
I got some Kerrygold grass-fed butter, which is my favorite. It's delicious with everything. And you can use salted or unsalted butter. I almost always buy salted. Just a matter of
And that's that. So now we've got chocolate, caramel, and strawberries. So there's something pretty much for everybody. I hope you like this recipe. If you did like it, thumbs up the video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell so that you can get notified every time I post another wonderful video. Thanks again. Peace.